In the dark, dark tomb there was a dark, dark street, and in the dark, dark street there was a dark, dark office. In the dark, dark office there were some dark, dark stairs, and down the dark, dark stairs there was a dark, dark room, and in the dark, dark room was where the worst wrestling tropes go to die.
Hello everybody and welcome to Straight to Hell, the show where my illustrious guest offers up a list of their pet peeves from the world of professional wrestling, and I get to decide which one of those goes straight to hell, because that's how things work round here. Joining me today is a man who I met back at Name Redacted.
Just met.
Got to know.
We passed each other in the corridor a couple of times.
We made love.
Yes.
A man who I strongly believe is my voice twin. It's Benjamin Potter.
Ross, thank you. I don't think there are words that are more accurate than those.
Honest to God, when I look in the mirror in the morning, having a shave and whatnot, I think I sound like Ben Potter.
Yeah, no, that's true. A lot of people say that.
Yep, I get it all the time.
Changing the subject slightly, do you ever get tweets but people think that they've seen someone that looks like nothing like you?
All the time.
Yeah, so I don't know if you've heard about this World Cup, but Denmark are in it, and they've got a lot of blonde bearded players.
You do live all Swedish, I guess. Swedish.
Am I allowed to swear?
No.
Every bloody day, Ross. Apparently I'm playing a football match.
You do look very East Anglian, is that the phrase these days? I got a B in GCSE geography.
East Anglian.
East Anglian, that's over here. No. Anyway, geography, that's not what we're here for.
No.
Obviously, I met Benjamin back at Name Redacted, so I know what you've come here thinking we're just going to shoot on Name Redacted for an hour. We're not going to do that. We might have a little jab here and there.
Shoot them for 10 minutes.
But I'm going to start with the story, though.
Yes.
Because right at the end of Name Redacted times, I was sick of my life, so I booked a 2-week holiday with the view to quitting on the day I got back. But on the first day of that holiday, I was called in for a meeting to discuss a thing which I was never asked my opinion about ever. So I thought something's up here. Walked in, found out the meeting was just me and the bosses, and the bosses let me know that they knew that Cultaholic was becoming a thing. An awkward 20 minutes was had. I walked outside, walked past Jack the Jobber's table, said, "Jack, they'd like to see you now." They know, they know. The entire office turned round. I remember walking around the corner. It's going somewhere, this. Seeing you and Peter Austin playing pool.
Yes.
And then I said to you, I think, Cultaholic's a thing, but I think you already knew by that stage.
Yeah.
And then you dropped the bombshell at me, the Vidiot is a thing.
Yeah.
So Vidiot was a long time coming. That's what the whole point of that story was.
Yes, thank you. Thank you,
It wasn't just on a whim. It was methodical, it was planned, it was a long time coming, like we were.
Yeah, well, it wasn't, it sounded like you guys actually set up a real company. I say sound like, obviously you have HMRC.
We did.
Cultaholic is a real company, registered company. Yeah, it sounds like you guys had been planning it for a very long time. We had been obviously not happy at all, and I imagine the people that currently work for Name Redacted aren't particularly pleased with their current.
They'll put on a brave face on camera.
They do, yeah, of course, it's your job, isn't it? You have to.
You've got to be
professional. But they can't, I'm saying they go home and they cry, is what I'm saying.
Did you?
Oh, every day. Did you not? I mean, you didn't get to go home sometimes.
Yeah,
you were
I used to have
sleeping
to
in the
sit
studio.
there and work long hours when nobody else did, yeah.
But yeah, no, we weren't happy, and we'd been talking about maybe even just going it alone anyway. And then this offer came through, and we upped sticks and moved down to Bristol, and now we're part of the Yogscast network, which is I think it's the biggest UK network of YouTube channels, actually.
Check you out.
I know. I mean, we're a very small part of it, but we have shirts now.
Part of it nonetheless. Where can you get them?
Store.yogscast.com.
Go there if you like the videos and the gamings.
But yeah, just terrible place to work, wasn't it, really? Just really glad
you
to be
summed
out.
up well in your channel summary the other day. Management made you miserable.
Yeah.
I like that line.
It's true. It's true, because we're legally not allowed to say any more.
Yeah, it's in our contracts, you can't go much further than that.
Yeah.
Management made us miserable.
Buy us a pint.
So just in case you're new around here, Ben will offer 5 things to send straight to hell. We'll have a bit of bants back and forth, and then I might fondle me red button, I might not. You have to impress me.
Okay.
What's your first offering?
I have brought the pettiest stuff.
Good.
I watch a lot of NXT. In fact, mainly it's what I watch.
Is your fetish for Ty Dillinger still alive?
That's the thing. I usually I get a new fetish. Every time someone goes up to the main roster, I have to find someone new to be obsessed with.
So remember walking around the Name Redacted office, the only wrestling shirt I remember you wearing, that wasn't Name Redacted Pro Wrestling, it was Ty Dillinger.
I've still got that shirt. I should have worn it. In fact, I brought a CM Punk shirt with me. But I didn't.
Oh, you badass!
I know. What a cool dude, right?
So we should explain as well, because people might not know. You are a legitimate wrestling fan. You weren't one of those who were just forced to be doing wrestling news videos.
I was forced to do wrestling news videos. But yeah, look, I did. I still hold the record for the most downvoted, name redacted wrestling video.
Explain what that was. Right. Fantastic video.
So, you may be familiar with the phrase thrown to the wolves, right? And basically, I came in the day after, I think it was the Royal Rumble. Now, like you guys, I had stayed up to watch it, but unlike you guys, I hadn't streamed it, so I still had to come in on time. And so I came in very tired, and I can't remember exactly, it may have actually been pre-Rumble. It was after a pay-per-view.
It was about The Undertaker though, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was The Undertaker. It was maybe if The Undertaker's going to win the Rumble. The only thing I got through from management was, hey, we need you to do this video because no one else is here. Can you title it? Or basically it is, will The Undertaker win the Royal Rumble? And I was like, okay, I've got nothing to work with here. I don't watch main roster wrestling very much unless it's a big pay-per-view. And so I literally just did a video where I said...
It was about a minute long, wasn't it?
It was about a minute long. We weren't really doing news videos at the time either. Like, they just sort of started because Jack was doing fast count and things like that, which kind of just made short news videos redundant anyway. And I think the line in there that we ended up sort of joking about, thankfully, because it sort of saved my ass a bit afterwards, but it was, do you think the Undertaker can win the Royal Rumble? Adam Blompier certainly seems to think so. And that was it. And then all the comments were just... Yeah. The thing is, no one seemed to be attacking me specifically. It was, holy shit, this is a pointless video.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I do know my wrestling, even if I do hold a pretty embarrassing record.
I just thought I should mention that before we start.
Yeah, well, thank you.
What's your first thing?
My first thing is, I have it written down here, that I want to go straight to hell is slow motion replays being sped up on Impact.
Yes.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
I know sometimes there's a lot of with the kicks, and you can't really show that.
Moves off the top rope mostly in WWE. They do.
Like Neville, like Ricochet currently is one that's really annoying me because you can see he lands on that man.
Yeah.
He's hitting him right in the stomach area. You don't need to, wow, look at the revolutions, and then the most exciting part, he just goes, like it's over in like 0.1 seconds.
Yeah.
That really does my head in. It's such a small thing as well.
It makes it, they're almost admitting, this is fake, this.
Yeah, yeah. Show it. Show it.
Look at that lovely flip, but then the impact, it might not be real.
And then he's just gone.
Yeah.
I've never understood that. I seem to remember there was like, because I did, when I got back into wrestling a few years ago, I was watching all the main roster stuff. And I seem to remember there was like a very short golden age where they introduced the weird cameras at the turnbuckles that then immediately went away again.
It was SmackDown on the brand extension, just after the brand extension.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah, just the SmackDown thing, I think.
Right. They started showing like the full replays. I think it was like, especially with Sheamus in his Brogue Kick and stuff. Like they were showing him just whack the Miz in the face and him go like that. And that's awesome. Why don't they do that? I just don't...
Probably because they tell Sheamus, don't do that very often.
No.
We want a roster full of superstars, not...
Yeah, that can remember what they had for breakfast, right? But that's one of the things, the tiny things.
I mean, on the list
really frustrates me.
Of editing, is it? I guess that would be classed as editing camera things. I guess that's quite low down for most people.
Right.
Top would be bang, bang, bang,
yeah,
bang,
the constant camera changes. That's very true. But they do that as well.
Yeah.
It's either that or absolutely no slow motion replay whatsoever.
But yeah,
kind of ruins
it lessens the impact. Wait, you see what they're trying to do. Things go quicker. It looks more devastating, I guess. But it also takes it out of your mind, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Some goes.
Oh,
you meant to be scared.
Wow.
It's down in hell.
The actual maw of hell.
It's hot down here, isn't it?
God, it is.
It's not just in the
I don't know how you're wearing that
lights.
hood. Unbelievable.
So we have sped up camera things in hell where they belong. Your second offering, please.
My second offering might be a bit controversial, but it's something that NXT especially goes to the well to use quite a lot. Is the classic LED board flickering after someone gets thrown into it, which wasn't particularly convincing, but still an awesome moment when it first happened during Sasha Bailey at TakeOver.
I think that was the same match where she made Izzy cry.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. She gave her the flowers afterwards. It's okay. That match was incredible.
Oh,
it was
I hate Izzy.
so good. You hated Izzy?
I hate Izzy. I hated the fact
I thought we were talking
that
about the actual heel, the diddler.
The dirty diddler.
The dirty diddler,
Can we call
Sasha Banks.
Can we call it? Oh, Sasha Banks. I think Izzy is in my eyes, in the sense of the Cultaholic Wrestling podcast.
Right. Probably
but
should
I hated
keep those
the way
two words apart.
You would try and watch a Bayley match, and it would just be intermittent short clips of Bayley wrestling, and then long stretches of Izzy either crying or laughing or cheering.
I don't think she goes to NXT anymore, does she?
Because Bayley's not there.
That's true.
She does, to be fair to Izzy now, she cuts a hell of a promo for her age.
Does she?
She's a heel in some indie
Didn't she go
fed.
after you? No, she's not, is
she? She beasted me on Twitter. She offered me a signed picture of herself.
Wow.
She never sent it, though.
How old is she?
10, maybe? I don't know. She's a
How
little
does that
girl.
make you feel?
Like a man.
Like a man?
Like a real man.
Do you feel like you've bested her
I
verbally?
could take on the world after facing her wrath.
Physically?
Yes.
Like after just sort of pushing over this small child?
Yeah.
You feel...
I didn't literally do that. Just
but you would if you could?
Just in a Twitter joust.
Right.
No, I wouldn't do that. I'd get someone else to do it. Someone small.
Anyone else?
Do you fancy it?
Sorry?
Do you fancy it?
What, fighting this child for you?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, it depends. Can I have a Cultaholic shirt?
Yeah, if you win.
Yeah, where can I buy those from, Ross?
Cultaholic.com/shop.
Nice. That was all for that, this entire show.
Yeah, I don't know where Izzy came from.
Now, we're done.
Stop talking about her.
That was the entire thing.
I'm glad she's not on TV anymore.
Rough. So, yeah, basically, they've done it a couple of times since, which is fine. They did it for...
Ciampa Gargano.
They did, yeah, and that's okay, but... Especially as there's always a short pause where they're trying to press the button to make it flicker. And you're like, okay, I don't.
The thing I hate with that as well, with the new setup they have for the main roster and takeover stages, it looks so flimsy as well.
Yeah,
the lower bit, it's just
back
like
and forth, doesn't it?
Isn't very,
Wasn't there a pay-per-view, main roster pay-per-view in the time that Ryback was being a bully? And, you know, like throwing people's gym bags under like running taps.
Who did he throw through? He threw someone through it, didn't he?
I think it was John Cena, wasn't it?
Was it?
It may have been.
I remember someone else going through somehow.
Or something. It was like through the light board. And I remember thinking, that's really cool, because they've genuinely just disappeared into the darkness. And then it was a bit telling because they didn't allow the camera to look through it for about 3 minutes while they were sort of getting them arranged. It looked like they'd been hit by a train. But yeah, that was a cool one. I know they can't do that at Full Sail, obviously, but just seeing that, I know again it's petty and it's not really that big of a deal.
Different. This is your straight to hell episode. You put down there what you want.
Just the smallest things. Apart from that, though, NXT at the moment is the best it's been for a long time.
I mean, we've just done a little chat there, haven't we? And I've just said it's a godsend not having to do WTF on those anymore.
Yeah.
I used to hate doing those, as Richard Tubman behind the camera will know. Making a video last longer than a minute for those shows was a challenge.
Richard's crying, though.
He's in tears.
All
right, Richard.
It's okay, it's gone now.
We'll be all right. You're not there anymore.
Just pulled a gun out.
So yeah, NXT's really good. I would never have thought of this, but until you've mentioned it.
Yeah.
But you've mentioned it now, and I think,
You think it's sort of, it should just
It's not the same as it was back in the day when you saw, like, RVD being thrown, or that was no, RVD did as well. Was it against Undertaker? He got thrown like the Mysterio long dart spot into a proper stage instead of some flimsy LED board.
Oh yeah,
I think it was. I can see that happening in mine for some reason.
It looked horrible.
But yeah, now you bring it up.
Look at that.
Whoa!
I mean, sorry.
That's the third time, Ben.
Is that my third swear?
That's your third swear.
I'm so sorry.
Third, like a child.
I'm just so used to. What is that? Why are you not doing it?
Money, money, money.
Okay, that's why I'm wearing my Tesco outfit and you're wearing your premium Prada.
This is from Burton.
Exactly.
Oh my God, I'm 2/4 Burton.
This is from F&F. I've had these for about 15 years.
These are Hall of Fame jeans, these.
Are they?
Yep, the Cultaholic Hall of Fame down there, look.
Oh my God. See, that's why I need to stop swearing.
Stop swearing, you'll go far.
Yeah.
But the LED spots where it changes, they're in. They're gone.
Thank you.
I've just been told off camera that we're moving up through the gears.
Oh yeah.
I better put my seatbelt on.
It's about to get less and more petty at the same time. It's very exciting. Next one for me, Ross, is, especially at NXT, the cool radical dudes in the crowd booing new new gimmicks. So they're sometimes really supportive, and they were back in the kind of Tyler Breeze days when Neville was champion and Bo Dallas was champion and stuff. They got really behind these obscure, strange gimmicks, and they still do. Like, I mean, Velveteen Dream is undeniably brilliant.
He had a rocky start, though.
He did, yeah.
So much as that's Prince.
The Patriot, Patrick Clark, he was there for a bit before he had some kind of horrible accident. In, like the Joker.
Yeah, that's what came to my mind as well. He falls in a pit of thing.
Yeah, and he comes out
Purple goo.
And he's fabulous now. But it happened recently for me at, I think it was TakeOver. Is it Chicago that's just been?
Chicago 2, yes.
Right, so we had Danny Burch and Oney Lorcan against the Undisputed Era. And the Undisputed Era, they're cool. Yeah. Everybody likes them. They're the bad guys you love to cheer.
They're indie-rific, aren't they?
Exactly, so you always clap those boys. But those guys were just... They were just being booed mercilessly, like Oni and Danny, and it made me feel bad for them because it kind of took me out of the experience. And it does happen quite a lot now, where you've got the established cooler heel and a new fresh-faced, potentially baby-faced gimmick, essentially, and people don't go for it. People don't support it, even though they know that's kind of how it's got to be in developmental.
Because Danny Burch has been wrestling for like 15.
Yeah.
God knows how many, at least 15 years or something, hasn't he?
Yeah.
But because he hasn't been in a spotlighted position, is that the right thing to say? People aren't on board they are with the likes of Bobby Fish, who's been doing it for a similar amount of time, but he's been for Ring of Honor and all these promotions where people can see him.
Yeah.
That's weird, isn't it? Like, I knew about him before NXT, so I'm cool.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, well,
but I knew about Danny Burch on the Wrestling Channel, on Freeview.
I grew up with Danny Burch.
I went to school with him.
He's my dad.
But I did feel sorry for those two, because they got no reaction when they walked out, but they had one hell of a match.
They did. The match was incredible, and you usually start to see the crowd.
And it's not their fault they're both bald.
No, it's not
just
their
thrown
fault.
together like
They're
that.
sort of strange-looking guys. You know, they've just been grouped together. But what really sold it to me in terms of the just sort of the level of bullshit here. The level of nonsense from the crowd there was that they did the lingering thing after the Undisputed Era had left, and they left the two Baldy boys in the ring, and they're like, oh, I'm just so sad we didn't win the match.
Darn.
And then eventually the crowd was like, yeah, okay, woo, you tried. And it was like you were booing them for the entire thing.
Yeah.
It's awkward more than anything as a viewer at home, thinking these guys are really good and they're good guys, but you're booing them. They're not on the main roster yet, and I know that they're going to get that kind of nonsense from people who are like just paying the money for the ticket and they feel like they can shout anything they want. And I do agree that you should be able to do that. Yeah. But it's just, especially in an intimate NXT setting, you should sort of at least try to play by the rules of the heel face.
I mean, the example you used there, those two were victim of poor booking.
Right.
More than anything. I'm being up against indie-rific. Woo! I've been watching those for a long time. Adam Cole and etc. So yeah, I guess you've convinced me again, Ben.
Oh my goodness.
Boom.
Oh,
Jesus.
It's getting warm. It is getting warmer.
Hotter
it's getting
down
a lot warmer in
here.
here.
This is a heat wave in the UK. Why did I put this hoodie on? Four?
Number 4. Ross.
Ben.
If we were to start just beating the living hell out of each other.
It's too far-fetched.
But just bear with me here. Imagine if that happened. And you were punching me in the face and going, stop sounding just like me. Why do we sound so similar? And then Richard Tubman behind the camera comes out in his referee stripes. And he's like, he could break it up if he wanted to, but he stands just behind us so the camera can see him and loudly goes, whoa, guys, stop. Stop, guys. Guys, stop it.
What are you doing, man?
Come on. What? My number 4 is referees, especially more than one, that gather around a brawl and do nothing and just shout and wave their arms. It looks ridiculous.
This is a thing that's evolved into backstage. I don't know, people who will... Like, Adam Pearce. Do you know Adam Pearce? The big baldy fella always goes, "What are you doing, man?"
Yeah.
That's his only job on Raw. He walks out once a week to break up a brawl.
Break it up.
Just watch a brawl and go, "What are you doing, man?"
Yeah.
Get like Jamie Noble. He must be sick of his life. That's all he does these days, apparently.
Yeah.
But it's, yeah, I know what you mean.
It's absurd, isn't it?
Why don't they...
It makes me that mad as well.
That's a Huel cough, that.
You feeling powerful?
No. But yeah, it makes you wonder why they don't try something different to break these brawls up.
Yeah.
So it never works, does it?
No, it's not such a... I don't really have a problem with the brawls. I feel that both the participants in the brawl are probably going to be okay. Like, that's not my concern. My concern is that this happened again on NXT quite recently. I think it was Gargano Ciampa, because that's the thing that's happening right now. At the time of recording this, anyway, it was like, I think it was just before Chicago. And I think Ciampa had Gargano in the Gargano escape, and they had a camera down at the corner, but at the mat height, pointing at them, and he's all tied up like this. And they had the one female referee they have, God bless her, she's great.
Yeah.
And they had 2 or 3 other referees, including the guy that seems to be best mates with all of the wrestlers, and you see him in all the documentaries.
Drake.
Is he called Drake?
The orange one.
The orange one, yeah. With the really big arms.
The one who had a syringe through a cheek in a Japanese death match.
Oh my God.
Yeah, he bloody hell, he's a hard man. Him.
Right. Well, he looks like a hard man. Face like leather, that guy. You always know when he's refereeing. Anyway, so they're all stood there behind them, and he's doing it, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm going to rip your arm off and your neck off, and then I'm going to say rude things to your wife." And the referees are all there going, "No, stop it, come on." And they're all just they've all clearly, because they're at the NXT school of refereeing, they're all doing the one move they've been taught. So they're all going, "No, guys, stop, no." And you're just sitting there watching them like, what are you actually doing?
Why don't you dive in there?
Yeah. I mean,
I
Cassius
suppose-
Ohno would. He'd get right in there. He's not got much going on.
Maybe he's the answer.
Maybe.
He
Cassius
should be the
Ohno.
new Tyson Tomko, the problem solver. Cassius Ohno. Get him in there when there's a brawl. Yeah, they need to try something different.
Yeah.
I guess you can see why they're doing it, just to go,
What
oh,
could
there's
they
chaos.
do, though?
Yeah.
Yeah. The thing that they do sometimes is they get security in, or police,
Yep.
or medical personnel for Brock to just like lift up with one finger and then eat, like it's some sort of dip. And that kind of works.
Yeah.
But then you've still got the referees in there. It's very rarely. It's so weird because they still do ref bumps,
Yeah.
which are still quite ridiculous because they're usually televised or telegraphed from a mile away. You can see them. Oh no, he's going to turn around and hit the ref in the face, and he's going to go down. Someone's going to run out and interfere. You know, it all plays out in your head. You know exactly what's happening. Or it's the complete other end where they're so scared of getting hit or involved in this match that they're meant to be officiating. They stand there just going, no, no, no. Come on, guys.
It's like a pissed bloke end of a night, isn't it? I'm not going home.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know.
It's another thing, Ben, that you've I wouldn't really take issue with it normally, but you've pointed it out. You've made a very good case, and I'm on board. I'm all in.
Oh my God.
Oh, goodness.
Crikey.
Gracious, it's getting hard still. One more point.
One more point.
Can't take it off halfway through the video.
No. I have to change legs again. There we go.
Let's try and get a full house.
Full house. Have you ever had a full house before?
Yes. I've just given too easily, me.
Oh,
Too
okay.
easily. You could tell me to jump off the time bridge and I probably would.
I wouldn't do that, Ross. I
Thanks.
wouldn't do that to you. You're too important. You're needed here.
Thanks.
Can you imagine what would happen?
At least somebody says that. Nobody says that ever.
It'd just be ridiculous. I'd just be talking to an empty chair. I'd still have come here. They'd still be straight to hell, but people would just talk to themselves. Be weird,
Maybe we should try that once. Might be an improvement. You never know.
Oh, don't say that, Ross. You're
never
already
know.
talking like a man
I'll
who's
make
been
it
told to
like
jump off the
that
time
show
bridge.
with the makeup that Rockstar Spud was on back in the day. You must know what it's called. Oh,
No.
it was on like BBC Three late at night, and he walks on looking like Rockstar Spud, and then they make him up and make him, I don't know, like a handsome little Ken doll.
Oh, is it? Do they have like Pod on it?
Pod
is a thing that's in it.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, some sort of makeover
Pod can
show.
present straight to hell. That's what I was trying to say.
Pod had some attitude on it.
Yeah, it was ruthless, wasn't it? Anyway,
Sorry. Hello. What
Pod
are we
can
here
go to hell.
Yeah, Pod.
You heartless bitch.
I'm not gonna.
You can do if you want.
Oh. Oh, crikey. 0.5. It's a man, a musical artist.
Oh, thank God. I thought you were going to get this into legal bother there.
No, not going there. It's Mr. Flow Rider. I want Flow Rider. We did it!
You don't need me.
We did it!
Explain your point anyway, but go on.
Flow Rider is a man I don't personally know. He seems difficult to deal with. He seems like he'd be like a lot, you know?
Yeah.
Like you'd either get, hey man, how's it going? Or just yeah, sort of from the school of thought of the Pitbull school of thought, which is not really a school of thought that anyone wants to go
don't want
to.
to be the same place as Mr. Worldwide.
No, I mean he's everywhere.
Those two are the pits, aren't they?
Right.
They've ruined WrestleManias.
But they love the WWE, or at least they love the WWE money, I should say. They love that. It's just right. So if you like Flow Rider, that's
good for you.
That's fine.
That's your prerogative.
He's clearly done pretty well for himself. The Rock seems to like him, but he's just so bad, Ross. The music he makes is not that. It's not music. We pine for the days of like WrestleMania 20 when they had, you know, Limp Bizkit or whatever singing, and even that was bad.
19.
Sorry?
19.
19. Limp Bizkit and so on.
20 didn't have a live performance, I don't think.
Did they not? Was that the one where John Cena was a gangster?
No.
Was that 25?
I was 25.
Oh God.
Was it 24? 25.
One of those.
I always get mixed up with those ones.
Anyway, Flow Rider though.
Yeah.
He's just produced WrestleMania themes that do not thematically fit at all. I get that it's meant to be an entertainment extravaganza or what have you, but then he rocks up. John Cena's like, Randy Orton, I'm really mad that you.
I'm going to murder you.
That you shot my dog, and I'm going to kill you. Welcome to my house.
Oh, that song.
It's just, you know, it doesn't make any sense.
I've got to give it to Mr. Worldwide, by the way, because Greenlight, I loathed it during WrestleMania season.
Right.
But since, you know, it's not played every single hour of every single show you watch.
Yeah.
It's quite a tune, isn't it?
Is that one on
a toe tapper?
In Pop World? Is that a
potentially?
Regular? Yeah.
It might be in 10, 20 years' time.
When it's affordable. When there are loads of sort of kids' bop covers available.
But yeah, how many... Flow Rider's been on 3? Has he recent years?
Must be. I was going to do
2012 he was there. Doing the
forgot.
Rock set, was it? Or was that 2013?
He's
been on so many...
Why? My House.
It's obvious that Vince McMahon, who hasn't got a clue what's going on besides from in his own wrestling world, has just looked at the Child's Spawn meeting and gone, whoa, who's that Florida guy?
Yes. Bring him to me. And then he's rocked up and he's
thought, oh God, it's the actual Rock.
Yeah, God. Do you know how to wrestle?
Back time and time again.
Put him in the performance centre. No, he's not. He just keeps singing.
He's a big jack guy though.
He is.
Probably. Toby never sees this.
So Flow Rider.
I could not agree more.
Boo.
I've already hit the button.
You have?
Times. Trying to press it together.
Yeah. Little fingers are... Oh, that felt good, didn't it? We did it.
I was doing the
but we did do it.
Yeah, we did it.
It's like what's that? Welcome to my house. I know it was Greenlight, wasn't it? When they were on the roller coaster.
Yeah, that was the start of WrestleMania.
Weird themes again, wasn't it?
33.
Did Dolph Ziggler even have a match in that one? I don't even know anymore. It's just they
Why does
all
that
blend
matter?
together.
Why does that matter?
Just I think he was in the poster, wasn't he? Having a great time.
Was he? Oh,
yeah. But then he wasn't at the show.
Don't care about Dolph Ziggler.
He has a problem with you guys, right?
With who?
You guys, or he did anyway.
He had a problem with name redacted.
Oh.
Because they used the same featured image twice in 2 articles. One of which was mine.
Oh. So he does have a problem with you.
Technically, yeah, through that horrible company. Anyway.
Do you think you could take him?
Can I take Dolph Ziggler?
Yeah.
Not anymore.
After you fought
Drew McIntyre.
Oh, right, if Drew's there. But you know Drew. Drew's a lovely guy.
Yeah, he still follows me on Twitter somehow.
Does he?
Yeah.
Drew asked me for the Wi-Fi password at the O2 Academy in Newcastle once.
Did you just drop your kegs and poo everywhere? He's a very intimidating man.
I said, Drew, I'm going to be honest, I don't have it. But I will get you. I'll get you like a drink or something. Just don't.
It's incredible how a man so muscular can also be so wide.
Yeah.
Just every part of his body is like 7 foot wide. It's incredible.
I remember I was doing sound for WCPW, for like the backstage promos and stuff, and he and Moose were rehearsing their match in the corridor, and I was like, is there another way to the back of the building? Because there's no way there's no way I'm interrupting this. There's no way I'm getting past it either.
You just rubbed yourself up against them.
Yeah.
So
Hey guys, what we
Don't mind
I just
me.
put on some Flow Rider.
Moose would like that. I don't think Drew would. Moose would, though. Stop doing that. Anyway,
sorry.
that's it for this episode of Straight to Hell for July 2018, I think. That's where we are.
Yeah, that's the month.
We've done 5 for 5. Congratulations.
Thank you very much for having me.
Not a problem. Thank you very much for coming down.
My pleasure.
Nothing else to say. How else do we sign these off? A handshake?
Yeah, handshake. Very good. You can come visit my thing if you like.
Oh yeah, plug things. Well,
Yeah.
down that one.
Down this one. I run a weird gaming YouTube channel that doesn't just have Let's Plays on it, called Vidiots, which is idiots with a V. It's part of the Yogscast network. We play video games, and I do it with my wife/best friend Peter Austin and our child/dog Michael Johnson, who edits all of our videos. Please come and say hello.
Peter Austin, whose favourite wrestler is Jeff Jarrett, if I remember correctly from back
I think
in the
so.
day.
Yeah, I'm still not entirely sure he thinks Jeff Jarrett is who he thinks it is.
Who could he think it is?
I don't know. That was a weird sentence structure, wasn't it? I sort of got a bit lost there. I don't know. I think he liked the name. I also think he also flipped the encyclopedia and he went, Jeff Jarrett. Hall of Famer now.
Any more plugs?
Cultaholic.com. That's a good one, right?
Yeah.
Shop.yogscast.com. This shirt's actually no longer on sale.
Sold out?
This PlayStation one. Well, no, they're made to order.
Oh, no.
They're made to order, but it was a limited time.
Did they come after you?
No, they'll never catch us. We're too fast.
I just thought you were starting to say PlayStation something.
Oh, no. Well, this isn't a PlayStation logo, it's a Vidiots logo. You see?
Well played.
It's a VS1.
Yeah, I see it.
Right.
Well played.
I think legally we're all right, though.
Next month, I have no idea who's going to do this as we're recording, so I don't know if this should even go in. Thank you for watching, of course. Goodbye.
Bye.